From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Off play action. Pickett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Pickett. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 more yards there and another first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Burrow. Man open, and that's Jamar Chase complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Now Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Najee Harris, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And meanwhile, here's a second down try that's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, here we go. A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
3rd and 9 here. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Shifts by him. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
There he goes left side. He's on his way. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up first and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Still needing 10 yards, now it's 3rd down. Now here's another carry for Harris. No gain on the play there, a nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 3rd down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
It's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense ready to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
You take it right on the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw, Pickett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's gonna bring up 4th down. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here is third and quite a ways. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now it's Peterson. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 26. Harris will start the drive out. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down is first.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Pickett back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down. Here's Pickett.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And my goodness, another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bengals 38-yard line.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on the 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Gun.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Peterson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, if I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. This is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop them short of the 1st down right near the 24. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. This is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Johnson with a completion over the middle. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mixing up the middle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Inside of 1 minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
11.
Burrow. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st down. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Pickett to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'm one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Here we go.
They need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
11, 11, 11.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive.
Come on, ready?
Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Here's Brown on 2nd down.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 20-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Pickett. This is Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
90 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Again, it's Harris on second down. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Now Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. They had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back to their offense with a chance to win.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
This to win it in overtime. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Looking to throw here. Pickett.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended.